What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 21 somewhat Diamond Dynasty video. So we are technically about a month and change away from early access of MLB 21. And I'll be honest, I'm getting a little impatient waiting for this gameplay trailer to release. Each day I wake up with the equivalent of morning wood of excitement and anticipation of hearing brand new news regarding MLB 21. But alas, I'm left disappointed and tired each day I rise. But I do want to go over new legends, not a wish list, but rather predictions. So using the theory of what I think may come true, I hand collated a list of 30 new legends that I think could be in MLB 21. Now keep in mind, this video is going to be somewhere, a bit of a crossover between a fan fiction and reality, somewhere smack dab in the middle. I would say at least 10 of these guys you could probably expect. You know, if I can shoot 33%, I'll be pretty happy. As always, let me know what legends you guys want to see down below in the comment section. Maybe make a more realistic pick and then just go buck wild with one. Go ahead and say Big Al. Go ahead and say that one. Leave a like down below and subscribe for more MLB 21 news, gameplays, content. MLB 21 stuff is probably going to be on this channel. You can pretty much assume at this point. And the first one, Hank Aaron. I think this is going to be our big legend. Now, the reason why I'm picking Hank Aaron is because, well, he's been so sought after. Of course, he did pass this last, I think it was in January, or might have been February as well. But it was early this year, which was really sad to see. I think if he's in the game, they would have had his likeness rights by then. Of course, he is the non-steroid user home run leader. I think Barry Bonds, is still a Hall of Famer regardless, but he did use steroids. That has to be accounted for. Hank Aaron hit 755, no juice, no needles in his glutamus maximus. But I would love to see him. Of course, he would be a hell of a hitter. And I don't know who else would be the top guy, I'll be honest. We had Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth, Ken Griffey Jr. in a couple years past. I'm not sure who the big legend would be if it is not Hank Aaron. So he's who I'm going to pick right there. Roberto Clemente, I have as my National League guy for collecting all the National League. He's going to be that collection. Which, again, I've made it very clear this could be a biased pick, but I also think it's in the realm of reality. I think Roberto Clemente, highly sought after guy, of course, a great humanitarian. I think there's no reason why they wouldn't want his likeness rights. And a great player, of course. He's not going to blow you away. He won one MVP award, but 29 home runs is the most he ever hit, but he was a tremendous fielder. He would have probably maxed out arm strength, diamond defense for sure. If they base it off of a couple of his best years, right here, he had 357. Pretty good stuff alongside great defense. It could still be a really good card, and they have been known to fudge numbers a little bit. Jacob Stallings, for example. The American League, I'll be honest, I have no earthly idea who it could be. I have Istramski on here. I don't think they're going to have three outfielders there. Will they put A-Rod? Will they put Jeter? I'm not going to say Jeter. He would be on the cover, I think. He's that transcendent of a player. Jeter sells copies, damn it. I don't think they would just shoehorn him in, but we'll see. Pedro Martinez, again, my favorite player of all time, no secret. And him and Randy Johnson. I'm going to have both of them right here. I think they would be really good if you guys played the tech test, which maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but the pinpoint pitching, there's going to be a lot of focus on pitchers this year because you can really sling that, rubber now. And I think the best way to do that would be adding some of the most sought after pitchers of all time, some of the best pitchers of all time in modern era, being Pedro Martinez, who put up otherworldly stats if you really look at it, a 1.39 FIP, get out of town. Randy Johnson, again, 4 back-to-back Cy Young awards. Just crazy stuff that these guys put up. K9 through the roof, particularly on Randy Johnson. They would be fantastic adds to the game, but I don't think they could be an AL or NL collection. We've never gotten a pitcher there before. I think it almost has to be a position player, you know, because these guys only play in Diamond Dynasty maybe 1 out of every 4 games, being how stamina works. Prince Fielder, this is going to be, and you guys will notice I have a good selection of guys from who kind of just retired a handful of years ago, and, you know, 90s, 80s, and even further than that. Prince Fielder, 2016, it doesn't feel like it's been that long, but a home run prowess on this man right here. Very sad how his career ended. If you just have some tears that need to get out of your eyes, watch his retirement press conference where he pretty much he was forced to retire due to his neck injuries that he sustained. But Prince Fielder would be amazing, as you guys know. Roy Campanella, this is one. Don't see a lot of people talking about this one. Not sure why. He would be one of the best cards in Diamond Dynasty. Catcher's always a thin position. Yes, we've gotten Jimmy Fox in recent years, but you also have to realize we get Jimmy Fox in September, or later for that matter. Roy Campanella hit 41 home runs as a primary catcher, who had some of the best metrics when it comes to caught stealing percentages, being 20+% above the league average at that point. He would have near diamond defense, so much better than Jimmy Fox. Tim Lincecum, the freak, you know, interesting career, won back-to-back Cy Youngs, had, you know, a couple more good years and fizzled out, more or less. You know, he collected his 3 rings with the Giants and sort of dipped at that point, you know, right when the dynasty was kind of starting to end, you know, the even year meta for them. But Lincecum would be great to see again. He was last in 2016, I suppose, so has been quite some time. We've talked about this. Jared Weaver right here. Jimmy Rollins, he retired in 2018. We had him this year, so that's a pretty quick turnaround for you guys to know. Jared Weaver, you guys are going to have to realize we're not all going to get, you know, Babe Ruth and, you know, all the big legends. We're also going to get, you know, like Mark Burley archetypes, like Jared Weaver. Is people are going to use this card? Probably not. Is it going to even fit? Well, you know, it's damn sure going to fit on an all-time Angels team. You know, who else are you using in that rotation? For Christ's sakes. Alex Cobb, is he going to crack it? Doc Gooden, again, this is a guy I would really love to see. Doc Gooden, amazing fastball. That was his primary pitch, kind of like Bob Gibson in a way. He just couldn't hit it. I would love to see Doc Gooden into the game as well. Plus, I feel like the Mets don't always get as much love as they probably could nor should. Derek Lee. Again, don't hear too much request for this one. When Derek Lee, let's be honest here, look at this 2005 season. Led the league in OPS, 662 slug, 50 doubles, 46 home runs. Holy Christ, man, what a season. And he was 3rd in MVP. I think Pujols won that year in 2005. Bobby Thigpen, I had 4 relievers slated, 7 starters. I can do a positional breakdown pie chart at some point. But yeah, I think he would be a pretty solid ad. I'm not too familiar with him. I was not around at this time. But 57 saves in 1990, and they typically like to add in, you know, a lot of relievers year in and year out, and it's usually pretty cool. Joe Nathan, I would like to see this one right here. Of course, born in Minnesota. Half Minnesota Twins fan, half Tampa Bay Rays fan, as you guys know. But Joe Nathan, pretty damn good. He had that 99 overall Battle Royale card in 2016, MLB 16. Troy Glaus, I think would also be, or is it Troy Glaus? I think it's Glaus. It could be wrong. Angels, you know, I was talking about with Jared Weaver. They don't get love. They don't get legends. They don't get many. They got Troy Percival, and people were supposed to act excited. You know, they don't get much. Tim Salmon was one of the worst team affinity cards. I think Troy Glaus would be pretty damn cool. Of course, he was on their championship team, and 47 home run season. I don't think he was the best defensive third baseman. Fair. 3 career defensive WAR, but would be pretty solid for sure. Eddie Gordado, another Twins fame right here. Pitched in, you know, everyday Eddie, as they call him. Phil Rizzuto. If you didn't use Luis Aparicio, well, here's Luis Aparicio 2.0. A guy that's going to hit for no power, who's probably going to have, you know, really good defense, 22.9 career defensive WAR, and nobody's going to use. but Yankee fans get excited. Carl Crawford, in my eyes, he was a Hall of Famer when he was with the Rays. The rest of his career on that same, projection, that same track, he could have been a Hall of Famer. Of course, injuries sort of derailed that when he went to Boston, and he was never really the same player after that. Ate up salary low, good lord. But he was a great player. I have to throw in at least one Ray right here. Who else but probably one of the favorites, even well, pretty much everybody's a non-Rays fan, I suppose. Nomar Garciaparra right here would be a pretty cool one. Just a really good guy again, a good person, good player for a lot of years, great shortstop defensively, 6.5 career defensive WAR. It's okay. Good though. He had some really high home run seasons in Boston towards the start of his career. We don't see that many shortstops with that much pop. Would be really cool to see have 70 speed, good amount of power, pretty good defense at shortstop. A lot of these guys like Garciaparra, I think would be great to put towards the start of the season. Maybe his highest card would be a 95 overall. Put him in early so we have a chance to use him. I think that would be great. Jeff Kent, of course, he stole an MVP from Barry Bonds, for Christ's sakes. Best power hitting second baseman of all time at a position where pretty uncommon. Brian Dozier's one of the best, power hitting second basemen, kind of alongside him. But Jeff Kent, clear Hall of Famer, absolute amazing player. Dizzy Dean, we have to have some old-time players. I am familiar with him. And if you were taken away from the last couple years of Diamond Dynasty saying, you know what we need? More St. Louis Cardinals and more Atlanta Braves. Here you go. This is going to fit your fetish, I suppose. Cardinal fans are going to be happy with this one. Bobby Abreu, I would love to see him added into the game. Home run derby champion. Just had a cool career. Played for a lot of teams, but he was with his best for the Phillies. Played with the Angels towards the end of his career, even the Yankees for a couple. Always liked Bobby Abreu growing up. Would be cool to, I do not remember him playing for the goddamn Mets. What? Could be. Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Alfonso Soriano, this is again one very highly looked after. Adding a lot of these kind of early 2010 2000s Cubs. I would like to see them added to the game. Insane season. I don't like using that word, but he was great with the Nationals for 1 year, then moved to the Cubs. This guy got traded for A-Rod. You have to remember that. He was a really great player. He wasn't otherworldly with the Cubs, but he still put up some good numbers. Has a cool stance, has a cool swing, just wild when it comes to the dish. Here we have Carl Istramski again. He did play first baseman. Jesus Christ. But he's more so an outfielder, and I don't know. I could see it. I don't know if they don't added a guy like A-Rod. I don't know who else would be the AL collection side, but Istramski, of course. A lot of people know him as the last guy who, won the Triple Crown batting-wise before Miguel Cabrera in 2013. Put up some good numbers. And it looks like his grandson, Mike Istramski, is going to maybe not win a Triple Crown, but going to be pretty damn good. Bernie Williams, have to at least add in, if we have 30 new legends, figure 10 of them have to be Yankees, just kind of the nature of things. But Bernie Williams on a lot of those championship teams would be really cool to see. 25, 30 out home run guy a season. Just a cool player to watch even when I was a young kid. Bobby Bonilla, 1 million a season Bonilla. This would be cool. He was a pretty damn good player. Pirates, they don't get a lot of legends. I don't get a lot of live series, in-season cards too, if you know what I mean. I don't think they're going to get too many Player of the Month cards. I don't think they're going to get too many All-Star cards. I don't think they're going to get too many Award Series cards from the 2021 season, but who knows? Maybe. Brian Hayes, you got him. Rays will trade for him in a few months, I assume. But Bobby Bonilla put up a cool career. Again, it would be fun to see him added to the game. Tim Raines, talk about speed, 90 stolen bases in a season. I think Ricky Henderson stole 130, 40 more than that. Christ. Moises Alou, of course, of, Steve Bartman fame. Cubs fans that have a sore spot? I suppose not. after 2016. But Moises Alou put up some really good seasons again. A lot of home runs. Just a really good player again. You know, he's not the biggest name in the world, but he's a guy that would have a nice 97 overall card, a nice early boss program kind of guy. I see him as. Frank Robinson. Reds typically get lots of legends. Why not one more? Also, probably could get a card for Baltimore. I tried to have somewhat every team on here. I don't think the Orioles were listed, but I suppose this counts. Then we have Steve Carlton for the Philadelphia Phillies. Played a ton of years, 24 seasons under his belt. Kind of surprised he's not in the game yet, but you know, multi-time, 4-time Cy Young Award winner would be really cool to see. And to round things out, Houston Street, why not? I don't know. But I think that's pretty much going to round things up right here. Like I said, I truthfully have no idea who the AL side guy could even be. A-Rod, something about it. I just don't think he's going to be in the game this year. I would love to see it. Manny Ramirez, I thought about him. He's an outfielder. I think Manny Ramirez would have a better shot than A-Rod in getting in the game, but time will tell. Like I said, let me know what you guys want to see as far as new legends go. Video took a substantial amount of time scrubbing through all-time career WAR. Pretty much went from like 20 career WAR to the top to find guys that I realistically think, looking for their Wikipedia to see if they, I don't know, burned down a church or, you know, fought a child in the streets, making sure they weren't sociopaths, you know, because typically they don't like to associate with them. But if you guys did enjoy this one, leave a like down below. Subscribe again if you guys are new to the channel. I'm hoping MLB 21 trailer is going to be coming on Thursday, so you have that to look forward to. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. There goes some Saudi. Yeet.